Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday, happy first day of May. So today we are going to be talking about the all of the books that I read in the month of April. And because I only read 4 books, I'm also going to combine my May TBR in this video because it just wouldn't be that long of a video and I didn't want to do 2 separate ones. So we're just going to combine them into one long-ish video. Um, so, like I said, I've only read 4 books. And I think it's because I decided to put 8 hardback books on my physical TBR. I think that's exactly what happened. And then because I make a TBR, I don't allow myself to read on my Kindle. So then I end up in a slump. I think that's what happened. I digress about that. So anyway, yeah, I only read 4. The first one that I finished was All the Dangerous Things by Stacey Willingham. This is about Elizabeth Drake. I think that's her last name. Yeah, Elizabeth Drake. Her infant goes missing out of his nursery in the middle of the night, and it's a year later, and they're coming up on the anniversary of his disappearance, and she decides to go on a true crime podcast to try to figure out what happened to her son. And I think I ended up giving this 4 stars. I really liked it. I did get kind of like, I don't know what is going on. I used to only read thrillers and like suspense and mystery books. I never read romance. And for some reason now, whenever I read a thriller or a mystery, it takes me half of a book to get into it. I don't know. I don't know what is happening, but I really do like them because I can never figure out what is going on until it's literally told to me at the end. Um, so the first half was a little bit slow, but um, never could have guessed what the hell was going on. So I really liked it. She also wrote A Flicker in the Dark, which I have yet to read. I haven't read that one yet, but I've heard really good things about that one. So I'm excited to get to that one. But anyway, so that is All the Dangerous Things. Like I said, I gave it 4 stars. I really seriously do highly recommend this. It was really good. And then the next book I read on my Kindle, I read Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I read this because I joined a book club. For those of you who are here on BookTube, if you guys watch Loranda Reads, they started their own book club. And so this was the book club pick for the first month. So they are one of my favorite YouTubers. So of course I had to join the book club, and of course I had to get the book and read the book. So um, I gave this book technically a 4.5 star on Storygraph. You can't do half stars on Goodreads. I really, really, really like this book. I ate it up. I loved it so much. Literally, the only thing that is stopping me from giving it a 5 stars is the epilogue. If you know, you know. I hated it. I don't want to say hated. That's not the right word. I wish it went in a different direction. But it is what it is. We can't change it. So we're just going to move along. But it was so, so good. I'm so excited for the other books in the series to come out. I think the next book comes out in September or later on in the year. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. It's like a found family situation. I didn't even tell you what it's about. So it's about Anastasia is a figure skater, Nate is a hockey player at the same college, and they have two ice rinks, and something happens to one of them, so the hockey team and the figure skaters have to share a rink. And Stasi is very upset about this. It's like a grumpy sunshine, but she's grumpy and he's sunshine, and I just love him so much. I love all of the other hockey players. I loved it. I loved it so much. I cannot wait to see the rest of these, the rest of the couples in the next books coming out. Oh my god, it was phenomenal. I loved it so much, except for the epilogue. But anyway, so the next book that I read, oh my god, I'm gonna cry just thinking about it, was Addicted After All by Kristen Becker Ritchie. This is the 7th book in the Addicted / Calloway Sister series, and this book deserves way more than 5 stars. I loved it so, so, so much. I would just cry just reading it because I love being in this world. When this world is over, quite honestly, we're going to start all over and we're going to go back to the beginning and we're going to read through these books. And I don't do that. I never do that. But these books are such a comfort read for me, and I just love every second of these books. I never want them to end. I like that they're getting longer and longer and longer because I love being in these books, and honestly, before you know it, they're over. And it's like I haven't even been sitting here reading it for that long. So for those of you who don't know what the Addicted series is about, it's about the Addicted series on its own is about Lily and Lo. She is a sex addict and he is an alcoholic, and it's just them kind of working through that. It's and there are like two other couples with the Calloway sister series. There's Rose and Connor, and Reich and Daisy, and I just love them. I love them so much. I just love them so much. I'm honestly slowly making my way through this series because I just don't want it to end. It's just so good. And this one, like, it was like a freaking roller coaster. It had me sobbing. Ugh, so good. I highly recommend the series. It does take a couple of books to, like, really get into it, but once you're into it, you're into it. So that was that. And then the last book that I just finished yesterday was The It Girl by Ruth Ware. Ruth Ware is an auto-buy author for me. I absolutely love all of her books. Also, by the way, really sorry about the fact that I'm in pajamas already. It has been a day. So I came home and ate and got right in my pajamas. But anyway, this book is about Hannah. Another Hannah. Oh no, wait, Hannah Grace is the author, not the character. Anyway, this book is about Hannah, who so you get before chapters and after chapters. And the before chapters is Hannah going off to school. She gets this roommate whose name is April, and it's just them kind of going through the first year of college, and then April ends up dead in their I guess their dorm room. I don't know. It's based in Oxford, so like I don't really know if you would call it a dorm room, but in the room that they share. And then the after chapters are 10 years into the future, and the guy who got arrested for killing April passes away in jail, and it really makes Hannah start to think if she put the right person in jail. She starts asking questions, and it's a wild and crazy ride. I gave this book a 5 stars because I could not have guessed the ending of this book. I don't know. It was not at all what I was expecting. Not even in the slightest bit. And it kept me entertained the whole time. I was never really bored reading this book. I don't know. It was just so interesting. I just loved every minute of it. And this isn't a 5 stars in the same way that, like, Addicted After All is a 5 star. It's just, I don't know. I felt like there was nothing wrong with this book. Like, it was just a great book. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I highly recommend this. It's a 5 stars. Really good. I don't know. I just love her. I only have one book left on her backlist that I have to get to. So we're going to get there one day. So those are all 4 of the books that I read in the month of April. This is what happens when you put all hardback books on your TBR and you don't read any of them. So this month we're a little bit all over the place. I'm actually going on a trip to Texas to visit my brother and sister-in-law. And so I am planning on reading a lot on my Kindle in the airport while I'm there. I didn't want to take physical books because I didn't want them to get ruined. But I am going to end up taking 2 physical books that I don't want to say I don't care about them getting ruined, but I don't care as much about them getting ruined. The first one is The Children of Red Peak. Now this one I already started reading. I got 53 pages into it and I just couldn't get into it. This is about a cult, and so I really have to be in the mood for that, and I just wasn't in the mood for it when I picked it up back in August. So for some reason it's just been calling to me lately. Like I don't know if it's the summer. I have no idea, but it's coming with me to Texas. Hopefully I'll finish it in Texas because it's like really speaking to me. It's very odd, but so hopefully we can get to it in Texas. And then the other book that I'm taking with me is The Only Woman in the Room by Marie Benedict. This one I actually gave to a coworker because I wasn't going to read it because at the time I think this is considered historical fiction. I wasn't into historical fiction and I'm like, I'm never going to read this book. But he read it and he's like, you need to read this book. I don't know a single thing about what this book is about, but he said it's really, really, really good and I have to read it. So she's coming with me to Texas. I don't know, I'm just getting the vibe. So those are the two that I'm taking with me to Texas. Also, while I'm there, usually I collect shot glasses, but I already have one from Texas, so I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do though is I am going to make my brother take me to Barnes and Noble and I'm going to buy Meet Me at the Lake because it actually comes out tomorrow on Tuesday the 2nd, but I'm not going to go buy it until I'm down there. That's going to be my souvenir. But anyway, I digress about that. But anywho, so the next two books on my TBR are Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez and Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This is actually a book club pick for one of the book clubs I am on involved with. I don't know, on Fable. I don't think that's actually what it's called. Oh, my phone's over there. I think it's called Fable. I don't know, but this was the book club pick. And I really want to read this. I think they're like interconnected standalones or like companion novels. I don't really know, but I want to read this one before I go into this one. But can we just talk about this for a second? Like, why? Why are these different sizes? I don't understand. That looks terrible. Whatever. But, so those are those two. I have no idea. Oh, there's a little goat on the cover. I have no idea what either one of these books are about, other than the fact that I think these are about two doctors, and this is about a doctor who, I believe she goes back to her small town and her car breaks down or something, and this man who is much younger than her comes to help her, and then they fall in love, and then they have to figure out how they're going to be together when, like, neither one of them, like, wants to move to where the other person is. I don't know. That's all I know about that. And then this one, I have no idea what this one is about. But anyway, so those are those two books that I have on my TBR. And then the last physical book that I have is Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. This is another book club pick from a book club that I am on, also on Fable. I think it's called Fable. That's really going to bother me if it's not called Fable. But anyway, so I'm really excited to get to this. I'm excited that I had the book. Of course, if they put a pick on there of a physical book that I have, I'm going to choose it. So I was really excited that this one got picked. But also, I have been dying to read an Alice Feeney book. And I don't know what it is, but I just have no desire to pick one up. Like, I have a couple, but I have no desire to pick them up. And I don't know why. It's just not the time, I guess. But this one, it is the time. And it's a hardback, so we're getting rid of one of the hardbacks. And this one is about, I think this family goes to this island it says for Nana's 80th birthday, and then I think Nana ends up dead, and then I think a couple other family members end up dying on this trip as well, and you're trying to figure out who is committing all of these murders on this island. I think that is what that is about. So that is the last book that I have on my physical TBR. So now we're going to pick out a couple on my Kindle. This is actually the second time I'm filming this video, so I already picked out the books that I want to read. So I already started reading Where They Lie by Joe Hart. I'm currently reading that right now, so obviously that is on the TBR. I'm going to finish that this month. And then the other ones that I picked What Lies in the Woods by K. Alice Marshall, which I have no idea what that one is about. I think it's about these girls when they're in high school. I honestly have no idea what happened, but they testify against this guy for like a murder or something. I don't know. And he goes to jail, and then it turns out like they lied, and that's how he ended up in jail. And it's just like that unraveling. And then we also have The Family Game by Catherine Stedman. And then I think the last, which I have no idea what that one is about. I don't even have a clue. And then the last one that I picked is All He Has Left by Chad Zunker. I think is how you say it, and that's what it looks like. So, a lot of thrillers on here, not a lot of romance, and I'm not taking many romances with me either. I don't know. But those are all of the books that I have on my TBR for the month of May. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I read in the month of April. Let me know what you thought about any of the books that are on my May TBR. Let me know what you read in the month of April and what is on your May TBR. And I will see you guys in my next video. I think I'm going to do one halfway through the month this month. Since I'm not doing a TBR, I think I'm going to do like a check-in in the middle of the month just to let you guys know where I'm at with my TBR, how my trip went. We're going to talk about it all. So I will see you guys in my next video in a couple of weeks.